Dear students, in the previous video, we came to know that the narrator worked late in his office and he was in a hurry to reach his home, so he wanted to take the subway because it was faster than the bus. Now, let's read ahead. I turned into Grand Central from Vanderbilt Avenue and went down the steps to the first level, where you take trains like the 20th century. Then I walked down another flight to the second level, where the suburban trains leave from, ducked into an arched doorway heading for the subway, and got lost. That is easy to do. I have been in and out of Grand Central hundreds of times, but I am always bumping into new doorways and stairs and corridors. Once I got into a tunnel about a mile long and came out in the lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel. Another time I came up in an office building on 4th 6th Street, 3 blocks away. The narrator here describes that in order to take the subway, he turned into Grand Central. He turned into Grand Central railway station from Vanderbilt Avenue and went down the steps to the first level. He moved to the first level. Then he further describes that from the first level one can take the trains, the high speed trains like 20th century, and from there, since he had to take the suburban train, so then he walked down on another flight to the second level, and he further describes that from the second level the suburban trains leave. So ducked into means entered into an arched doorway heading for the subway that might go to the subway. He thought that that way would go to the second level, but unfortunately he got lost. He said that is easy to do. Why he said that is easy to do? The reason behind it is that he had been in and out of Grand Central hundreds of times, but he always bumps into some new corridors, some new doorways and stairs and corridors. Once he said that once he got into a tunnel that was about a mile long and he emerged into the lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel. Another time he came out in an office building on 4th 6th Street, which was 3 blocks away. Sometimes I think Grand Central is growing like a tree, pushing out new corridors and staircases like root. The narrator here compares the Grand Central Station to a huge tree that is pushing out new corridors and staircases like the huge tree that shoots new roots. There is probably a long tunnel that nobody knows about, feeling its way under the city right now, on its way to Times Square, and maybe another to Central Park, and maybe because for so many people through the years, Grand Central has been an exit, a way of escape. Maybe that is how the tunnel I got into, but I never told my psychiatrist friend about that idea. The narrator says that probably there is some tunnel under the city and nobody knows about that tunnel. Probably that comes to one tunnel to Times Square and another to the Central Park. And he says that that might be for some people a way of escape, a way to exit. And maybe that tunnel also which he got into, that might also be a way to escape. But he never told his psychiatrist friend about that idea. The corridor I was in began angling left and slanting downward, and I thought that was wrong. But I kept on walking. The narrator had entered a corridor, and that corridor began turning leftward and slanting downward, means it started going downwards. And he thought that that was wrong. He understood that probably he had missed the way. He was going some wrong way, but he did not stop. He kept on going. All I could hear was the empty sound of my own footsteps, and I did not pass a soul. The narrator here says that whatever he could hear there, he could hear the empty sound, he could hear the echo of his own feet, he could hear the echo of his own footsteps, and he did not pass a soul, means he did not meet anybody, any else other person there. Then I heard that sort of hollow roar ahead, that means open space and people talking. Then the narrator heard some type of noise, and it confirmed that there was some open space and the people were talking there. The tunnel turned sharp left. I went down a short flight of stairs and came out on the third level at Grand Central Station. The narrator here describes that the tunnel in which he had entered turned sharp left, and he went down a sort of flight of stairs, and then he emerged. He came out on the on the third level at Grand Central Station. For just a moment, I thought I was back on the second level, but I saw the room was smaller. There were fewer ticket windows and train gates, and the information booth in the center was wood and old looking. The narrator said that for a moment he could think. He thought over the idea that probably he had reached the second level, but when he compared the room was smaller in comparison to the rooms at the second level or the first level. The train gates were fewer and smaller, the ticket windows were also fewer, and there was an information booth that was in the center, and it was made of wood and it was old fashioned. And the man in the booth wore a green eye shade and long black sleeve protectors. The person who was sitting inside the information booth had put on green eye shade and long black sleeve protectors. The lights were dim and sort of flickering. Then I saw why they were open flame gas lights. The lights they were dim, they were flickering. He earlier did not understand why it was, but then he saw that they were not electric lights, they were open flame gas lights, and for that very cause they were dim and flickering also. Dear friends, remaining in the next video.